Morning, everybody. How we doing? Morning, America. Well, wait for a few people to get lined up here. I'm gonna go on the computer and put slow mode in. How we all doing this morning? Let's see. No chat yet today. I always wonder what it is about a computer, why it takes a computer so long to turn on. You get a light, you just click and light comes on. A computer has to go through its little process, and I've always wondered why that is. Turn it on and to turn it off. It's got to go through its little process. So, there we go. How we doing, folks? Yeah, I'm trying to get slow mode put on there. Jersey something or other. Gonna do a little painting today. It's supposed to stay fairly cool. You're only supposed to get up to like 85 today. Something like that. Yesterday was 104. But there, cold front came through last night and it rained. So we got a little rain, the grass got a little drink, not much. And then, let's see here. The grass got a little drink, but not a lot. And had a pretty little lightning storm last night. And that front came through, and then there's another front coming through here in a couple hours, I guess. It's out west of Fort Worth right now. And it'll be coming through here in just a little bit, a few hours from now. There we are. Shop, let's see. For 5G, this stuff sure is slow. I got good signal there too. I got full bar, 4 bars. Got four bars of 5G, and it's just slow. That could be on the other end. It could be YouTube, being busy or something. All right, subscribers only. We'll go slow mode, 60 seconds. So once a minute, okay? A comment once a minute. So that should be good. We got slow mode on and all that. So I'll turn this back off. Solar storms, okay. I guess, I don't know. Put my laptop back away. All right, what are we gonna do today? We're gonna do that. I'm gonna be painting the roof today. It's the one day this week that's gonna be not killer hot. I'm gonna put the dicor roof coating. Okay. We're gonna put that on today with a roller. I'm gonna talk with you just a little bit here, then I'm gonna get busy. I gotta open the doors and all that. There's almost no breeze today, and it is out of the north, so I'm not getting any breeze right here at all. I imagine if I open that door. Let me go open that door and see what happens. actually getting a little breeze through here. Breeze is out kind of the northeast right now. Something like that. So yeah, there's actually a breeze coming through here from my back side back here now. Well, Stan, why didn't you have that door open already? Well, I just got out here. I knew I was going to probably be out here quite a bit of the day today, because usually I come out here early in the morning when it's still cool, and try to get some stuff done before the heat comes in at around lunchtime. It starts getting real hot and I leave. So I get maybe 5 hours of work or something like that. And out of that, I'm talking to you guys for an hour, so I get 4 hours of work, and then I get a phone call. So 3 hours of work. So I come out here and get about 3 hours of work done each morning. But it's been so hot lately, I just said, you know, I'm not in that big of a hurry to get the bus done right now, because I don't have that other, well, I was going to be busy from August to December, mid-August to mid-December on that tour. And since that canceled, I got to think, well, I'm going to be on that tour this week, next Saturday. Saturday, I'm going to leave and head up to Wisconsin and be on that for a couple weeks. Be back early September, something like that. And I did nothing for the rest of the year. I might jump in the semi and go drive for choice another month or something. I don't know. I haven't really decided on that. How are my eyes? Having any flood problems? Let me finish this thought up, whatever that thought was. Anyway, so instead of working in this heat, I thought, well, I just slow down and wait till the temperature cools off a little bit. And something I want to get done is that roof. I'd like to get that roof done before I leave out. And I've been waiting for 4 or 5 days. I've been watching the weather. Today is supposed to be rainy and it's supposed to stay fairly cool-ish. Okay. Problem is, it's probably gonna get humid as heck too. So, but anyway, cool front's coming through. It'll be here in a couple hours. I guess it'll start raining here in a little while. But I'll be inside the shop and I can work on this bus for the rest of the day probably, and not have to go home at noon. Maybe I'll stay out here till 4 or 5 this afternoon. I don't know. So with that, so I didn't do anything this week. I pretty much stayed home, just watched TV, caught up on Game of Thrones. I've been watching a lot of that Game of Thrones again. Watched the whole series years ago, but that's such a good series, good mini series, what do you want to call it? And so I've been catching up on that. I just finished up season 1 last night. So I've been doing that kind of stuff, you know. Just being a bum, I guess. As you can see, get a little hairy, ain't I? Yeah, actually I got hair, believe it or not, people. I got hair. A little thin up here, but anyway. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing this week. Just not much anything. That's why I haven't done very many videos. I did one last, what is today, Thursday? I think I did one Monday. Was it Monday? I think I did one. Yeah, I did one Monday from home on the computer showing floor plans. So if you're interested in that, go back and watch that video for floor plans. What else? So that's what I've been doing. Just really not much of anything. Waiting for it to cool off a little bit. And I'm going to be gone here the next 3 weeks. Going to Wisconsin, picking up a truck to take one of their truck. From what I understand, it's a pickup and about a 30-foot cargo type trailer. And I think it's going to be a dually pickup with a cargo trailer, but I don't know. I don't have any definite details on that yet. I guess I'll find out Monday when I get to Wisconsin. So I'll be up there in Wisconsin on Monday, kind of going through a orientation. You know, they'll teach me what they want, how to set the trailer up, how to tear it, put it up, how to tear it back down, what they expect. You want you to go here and do this and then leave, or go there and do this and stand around and shake hands with people. I don't know. It's all new to me. I don't have a clue. So go down to Phoenix, set that up. It'll be up for a day or 2 or 3 or something like that. I don't know. And then head to California. I'm going to go out to Long Beach and do the same kind of thing. Set it up for a few days, I think. And then once that's done, I'm gonna leave that trailer in Long Beach. Okay, the customer that bought it, I guess, is out of Long Beach, or they have a warehouse down there or something, I don't know. So they're gonna do a setup in Phoenix show, I guess, and then set up in Long Beach show, and then they're gonna put it, you know, then I'm gonna take it over to their property and drop it. And then bobtail all the way back to Wisconsin. When I get back to Wisconsin, I'll get back in the van and then I'm done. So it'll take a couple weeks. So when I get done with that, I'll work my way back home and be, you know, early September. Maybe it'll be a little cooler, probably not a lot, but you know, but each day will slowly get cooler and cooler and cooler, and I come back here more and more and more and finish working this bus up. So just kind of like I said, just kind of playing it all by ear, you know, see how it all works out. We'll get the next thing I need to do, like I said, is the roof. So that's what I'm going to do today. Is I'm going to paint that roof with that elastomeric paint. Elastomeric paint. It's going to paint that up. I took the bus home last week and got the power washer out and washed the roof off real good. Washed, W-A-R-S, W-A-R-S-H, washed. Anyway, I washed the roof off real good, and so the paint will stick. And it was pretty dirty, you know, 28 years of dirt up there. And I scrubbed her down pretty good, power washed it, and then brought it back out here. I loaded some plywood. I stopped by Home Depot and grabbed some plywood. So there's some plywood in the back of the bus right now. That's be the next project. Is once I get the roof done, then I'll probably start cutting the plywood up and putting it along the walls, and getting a place to mount things on, you know, the cabinets and things like that. So anyway, I got a plan. I got an idea of what I'm going to be doing. So so we'll do that. Probably won't do that until I get back home, because it'll be hot tomorrow again. It'll be another 100-degree day tomorrow and Saturday. I'll be leaving Saturday mornings or sometime Saturday. So maybe I'll do a video on Saturday midday or something like that as I'm driving. I don't know. So that's what we got going on. All right, let's go back and read some of the scroll here. All right, very first one. Me, I was the very first one. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. No, YouTube. Okay. First one was Ralph. Ralph Souza. Ralph Souza, good morning. Star Fury, good morning. Old Soldier. Francis Dittman, good morning. Lonnie Ray Hamlin, good morning. Texas Lady, good morning. Sue Thomas, morning. Tanner Reynolds, okay, very good morning. Artsy Gamer Girl, Paul Anderson. Chateau Speedway Landing, Falconic View, Damon Walker, Ray, or no, is that K or Ray? It's K. Good morning, KR. Brenda Jackson, Diana Ross. Diana Ross? No, Diana Rose. Diana Rose Green, okay. Diana Ross. Oh, wow. Jersey Yuri 6, I think. Yeah, I went to the VA Tuesday. Went to the VA Tuesday and had an eye chest and everything. They gave me some glasses, basically some reading glasses. I won't come in for a couple of weeks. And I don't have any glasses out here, I don't think. Maybe I got some in the semi or something. Reading glasses. I can see way over there really good. I got really good distance vision, okay? I'm getting to that point where I'm reading something and I got to hold it farther and farther away. You know, there's something I'm reading, you know, I'm gonna hold it, you know, farther. There'll be a time where my arms aren't gonna be long enough. And that's kind of where I'm at now. If the print is too small, the farther I go, I can finally get it in focus, but it's too small to read, you know. So there's certain places I have to wear reading glasses to read smaller print stuff. So, but yeah, that's, what was this? Oh, where did we go here? We'll go back to where we were. A few more of these. Let's see. Okay, Kay, let's see, Brenda Jackson, Diana Ross, Jersey, Debbie Holloway, American Girl, get out of here, fly. I'm gonna get you. You leave me alone or I'll get you. Get him. There he is, got him. That's one out of thousands. All right, but yeah, let me see if I can read. Most of those are good mornings. There you go, Diana Rose Green. Temps are dropping down to 50s overnight, central Wyoming. Yep, I wish I was in Wyoming now. That's my kind of temperature. 65, 68 during the day and about 50 at night. I like that. That's perfect temperatures for me. I like it a little bit cool. It's like natural air conditioning. I don't think I want a breeze when you're painting. Well, it's not like a hurricane blowing through here, so just enough breeze to blow through. But anyway, I'm gonna roll that on. I'm not gonna be spraying it. It's a roll-on paint, so. Let's see here. Get her done before it gets too hot. Well, like I said, it's not supposed to heat up today. It's about 80 right now, 78, something like that. And it's supposed to only get to about 85 today. And here in a couple hours, it's supposed to rain, I guess. Rain's supposed to come in here around lunchtime or so. Slow mode on, nice to see the bus progress. Yep, the bus will progress a lot more once it cools down. It's just, I hate the heat. I just absolutely hate the heat. And that's why I'm building this bus, so I can escape the heat. So anyway, what else was there? I talked to Mark yesterday, a friend of mine. He's a truck driver. He owns about 4 trucks now, something like that. He owns 3 trucks. He's buying another one, 4th one, and he has a couple people leased to him. All together, there's about 5 or 6 trucks leased on over there. He's got 3 or 4, and then he's got a couple guys leased on. And he's buying another one. I don't know if he has 3 and he's adding the 4th one, or he has 4 and he's adding the 5th one. I don't know. But he's getting ready to go to, forget, Iowa, I think, or somewhere up there to pick up that truck, that semi. Some friend of his bought a brand new 2023 Peterbilt, and he's got his old 2019 that he's gonna sell. Old 2019. But he's selling it, so Mark bought it, and Mark's he's quite the businessman. I kind of admire him. He seems to have he's got his ducks in a row. He's got that drive. He's younger guys. He's probably mid to late 30s. I'm gonna say 38, maybe something like that. He might be 40, but I don't know. I think he's late 30s. And he still has that drive that I used to have. He has that drive to grow and be bigger and, you know, expand and everything. And he's still got that go-getter attitude. And he reminds me a lot of Kirk. Kirk in his younger days. Kirk's still that way, but him and Kirk were very similar as far as their drive and their work ethic, I guess. Me, on the other hand, I've kind of lost my drive. I'm going into coast mode. Worked my butt off all my life. Now I'm starting to get down where I'm coasting a little bit, and I kick it out of gear every once in a while. Just smell the roses. Ow, burning me. This thing it's a jet, you know, it's a torch, and when I blow it in there, sometimes watch, you'll see embers come out. It's going in, it's puffing stuff out, and I get these little embers falling off. You can put these little burn marks in my shirt. All right, let's see, we'll start here. The latest one was Motorcycle Randy, hello from Michigan. And we'll go backwards now for a little bit. You deserve it. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I deserve it. I'm going to take it as far as time off or slowing down, I guess. SLR, Florida, our legislators need to make a law and vote paper ballots only, get rid of the, you know what's with Wi-Fi. Yeah, I agree. They need to revamp the election system. I know that. So, you make stuffed cherry peppers, popular in summer on Long Island. Okay, he's talking to Zena's talking to Lost Island. Hello Sasnak, I'm new here. Hope you turns out good on your bus. Looks good. Linda from Texas. Hello Linda. Yeah, good. That's what a lot of stuff I've been doing lately. Watching TV and watching movies, but I have my laptop there and I'm scrolling through different bus builds, and you know, I got a pretty darn good idea what I'm going to do to this thing, but it never hurts to keep educating yourself. Now there's an idea. I never thought of that. That's great, you know. So some of the comments on the other day, on Monday when I did that floor plan video, a lot of people like, make sure you balance that. Well, it's pretty much 50-50 balanced. The angle I showed from the CAD drawing on the computer, the angle I showed was looking through, peel the roof off, you know, and then look down in it, and you can see most of the driver's side. Well, everything I said on the driver's side pretty much is going to be on the other side too. So it'll be balanced as far as cabinetry and all that. A couch will go on the driver's side, but on the other side is going to be the TV and the counters and storage on that side. In the back, water is going to be on both sides. I said I wanted to put the batteries, the house batteries, on the driver's side. That was a thought that I had before I started putting the bathroom and the shower and the toilet in the back there. I will probably put the batteries on the passenger side now. But yeah, it'll be pretty well balanced out. It's not going to be lopsided by any means. I mean, it won't be an exact 50-50, but it'll be a 53-47 percentage left and right. I mean, it'll be close, and it's a bus. I mean, it's not like it's a light cargo trailer or something like that can't handle weight. This thing will handle plenty of weight. Like I said, here's the scale tickets, and there we go. Well, back here, wind's gonna blow them away. When I bought the bus, it was 17,460 pounds, or 17,480. Okay. There we go. 17,480. That's the day I bought it. I stopped and got it weighed. Come on. The breeze is blowing my little receipts away. But then after I took all this junk out, after I took all of this stuff here, I took all that stuff out, okay? Put the windows and stuff just as it sits right now. I took it back down to the truck stop and weighed it again, and it's 15,700. So I took out 1,700 pounds roughly, something like that. There's 1,700 pounds of junk sitting all there. And when I start putting stuff back in, I figure I'll put 2,000 pounds worth of stuff back in it. So it's not, it'll be the finished RV with no water. The finished RV will probably be a little bit heavier than the bus was empty with seats and stuff in it, okay? So you take all that stuff out and put the cabinetry and stuff back in, it'll balance out about like an empty bus, okay? And then I put your tools and your clothes and all the stuff you live with, put that in there. And, that adds up a little bit, but I mean, it's not terribly high. You gotta remember, this axle right here, that one axle can handle 20,000 pounds, okay? The front axle can handle 12. So it can handle quite a bit of weight. So I'm not worried about weight issues at all, okay? The solar panels will be up on the roof. They weigh a little bit, but it's not, each one of the solar panels is like a teenage kid, okay? Or not even that, a 10-year-old kid, okay? So if this thing can hold 30, whoa, rabbit! Rabbit cat went running across here. Oh, that's why the kitty cat's over here. The neighbor's cat's over here looking around. Yeah, cat's out here looking around. A rabbit went running. So. Are you rabbit hunting? I'm a hunting me a rabbit. Elmer Fudd. So anyway, I'm not worried about weight distribution at all. It'll be fine. The water, I was going to put 4 tanks of water in there. It was going to be 260 gallons, no, 260 gallons of water. Why? Because I want a lot of water. That's always the limiting factor on camping is, oh, I'd love to stay another few days, but we're running out of water, or our black tank is full. We got to go empty our black tank. So we got to drive, way off into town or way off over there to find some place and sit in line behind a bunch of other RVs so we can empty our black tank. I mean, I want to avoid all that nonsense. So I want to be able to fill up one time and not have to worry about water for a couple months. So, so anyway, I had 4 65-gallon water tanks. Got one in the van. One in the van is 65-gallon there. And then I got 3 boxes right here up behind the mower. 1, 2, and 3. So those are the four water tanks I was going to put in. Well, that's if I make the floor plan a certain way. But if I'm going to make the floor plan the way we talked about the other day, I'm going to have to bring that garage door forward, or wall forward, make the garage bigger, but put the shower and toilet in there. So the garage will only be on the passenger side full of junk. And by doing that, I got to move the water tanks forward, closer to the rear axle. They'll be right in this area instead of, they'll be right in this area instead of in that area. And the problem with that is right there on this side, right there, let me see. Yeah, it's right there. Right there, it doesn't show up very well, but right there's the fuel filler door. So I can't put a fuel tank right there, or water tank right there. I have to put the water tank back here. Well, then the wall is in the wrong place. So I can't, so I got to move the fuel tank back. So there won't be enough room for 4 tanks, 2 on each side, okay? I'll put 2 on the driver's side and 1 on the passenger side. And then behind the tank where that fuel filler neck goes in, that'll just be storage, just empty storage area. You can stuff blankets or something back in there. Okay, winter clothing or something like that. Whenever stuff you don't need very often, but when you do, it's nice to have with you. Okay. So anyway, so I'll probably just use these 3 tanks, and I don't know. I'm still debating on what to do on that, but on the van, I'm going to tear it apart and use the solar and all that, take all the electronics, the high dollar stuff out. Might put it up for sale as is then, the cabinetry is all built, the little refrigerators in there, things like that. All that's still there. And I could sell it as a camper that way. Somebody sent me an email here a while back, last week, said, hey, I regret not buying your silver van. That silver van that I had, went to Alaska in. They were wanting to buy that way back when. And that van was a much cheaper van. It was a different time. It was only a few years ago, but still it was a different time. The van that I have, this van out here, the other van, I think I bought it for like $24,000, I think. Bought it for $24,000, but it was a 2015, so it was 3 years old, and it had like 65,000 miles on it or something like that. And then I bought it, built it all up, went to Alaska in it, come back, and I put maybe 15,000 miles on it, something like that. So it was up around 80,000 miles when I sold it. And I don't remember. I want to say I sold it for 27 or something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, so anyway, I sold that, and I think this person had the idea that this van was going to be about the same price, and it's not. It's a much newer van. It's very low miles still. It's a lot better build. The build quality with all the aluminum framework and everything in it. It's just a lot better build, a lot better done. And the other van didn't have the solar on it. It was the van minus the solar. So So anyway, I threw a price out to her, and she said, "Well, thank you, but no, not I guess not interested. Price is too high." You know, well, it's just what the things today. Things are expensive nowadays. This van, just the cargo van, not the build or anything, just the van itself is worth about $60,000. Why? Because that's the market right now. You know, so you add on another $15,000 worth of junk in it, what, you know, the build, plus another, you know, $5,000 or $10,000 for my labor. And I think I told them 85,000, I think, something like that. And apparently that's too high, you know, which I understand. I totally understand. But then on the other end, I hope you understand, on my end, I can't afford to just give it away. You know, it'd be a different story if I was independently wealthy. I'd be buying everybody a van. You know, I'd be building them, just giving them away to people. But I'm not. So. I got enough money to make sure I don't starve. I can feed myself, but I'm not rich by any means. Okay, so I'm not worried about going hungry tomorrow or nothing like that. But I'm not wealthy to where I can just give things away. So anyway, I think I'm going to tear the solar and all that stuff, all the electronics and everything out of the bus, the batteries, all that, and put it in, or out of the van, and put it in the bus. And then I'm going to take it down to the dealer, built without all the electronics on, you know, whatever. It's just and see what they say. And if they, oh no, we'll give you this price, well, I'll go ahead and tear all that stuff out and keep it and take it down to them and trade it in and get the same price. Why just give all that stuff away? So I'll come in, tear all that stuff out, save it, reuse it somewhere else, and I go and tear it out and reuse it somewhere else, and then trade the van in as a cargo van and not as a camper anymore. And I'll just reuse all that stuff that's in it. I'll reuse somewhere, either in the bus or here in the shop or something, okay? Let's see. Yeah, 1560 for water. If I had all 4 tanks, it was going to be about 2,000 pounds. Gee, can a school bus handle 2,000 pounds? Let me see, 2,000 pounds. How much does a kid weigh? Let's say an average kid. Some kids only weigh 60 pounds. Some teenagers weigh 160, 100. So let's just say an average weight of 100 pounds. So you got 2,000 pounds of water in that tank divided by 100-pound kids. That's 20 kids. So you telling me a school bus can't handle 20 kids? Oh, I'll put 20 kids in it, it's overloaded. Come on, people. You know, the school buses they're designed, that's why I wanted one. They're designed, they can handle weight. It's not like a cargo trailer or a half-ton Chevy van or something. It's heavy duty, you know. I mean, it's not as heavy duty as an 18-wheeler semi, but still, it's, you know, I'm not worried about weight at all. That's the last of my concerns. The only thing I'd be worried about weight for isn't so much the weight sitting on the ground, but the motor pulling the weight of the bus plus pulling the Jeep, pulling up a mountain. On flat ground, I think it'd be fine. Pulling up a mountain, I don't know. We'll have to see on that. And that might be a situation where we get out in the mountains and everything, and man, it's just pulling this thing too hard. Get back there, unhook the Jeep, and have Pam drive the Jeep behind me and go up the mountains. We'll go up into Colorado or someplace in the mountains, just have her follow me when we get to where we're going, you know. But on flat ground, tow the Jeep, you know. And 90% of what you're doing is, you know, 99% of what you're doing is flat ground anyway. But yeah, you take a pickup, you know, the semi, I mean the bus, let's say the bus after it's all done weighs, let's just go crazy, let's say 19,000 pounds. 19,000 pounds in the bus, the whole bus and everything is 19,000. Plus, how much does a Jeep weigh? 5,000 pounds? So 24,000 pounds. 24,000 pounds, I think the Dodge, that Dodge pickup motor, that 5.9 Cummins diesel motor, I think it can handle that. I'm pretty sure it can. So. How many ply tires will you be putting on? Well, I'm gonna change the steer tires, but there's only, let me see, what was it? There's only 8,000 pounds on that steer axle, so it's not like it's super heavy. And then the tires that are on it can handle 12,000 pounds. The tires that are on, I don't know how old they are, but I'm gonna take those two off the steer and put two brand new steer tires. These back here look in really good shape. Got a lot of rubber on them. I'm not worried. Everybody, oh, the tires are more than 7 years old or 6 years old or 8 years old. You got to take them. No, you don't. You look at them and think, okay, they look pretty good still. Or they're all dried and cracked and, you know, and weathered real bad. Well, then you think about taking them off. But just because they're 8 years old doesn't mean you have to take them off. You know, people in the semi truck drivers never even think about, well, how old that tire is. They don't even think about it. It's not an issue. And for some reason, in the RV community, well, I'd like to buy that RV, but my God, those tires are 5 years old. Are you kidding me? Whatever. Yeah, I'd buy it, but those tires are awful old. I better replace those tires. They're pretty old. Okay, you know, whatever. Somebody's in the RV community has gotten people to think that, oh my God, a tire's a certain age. Oh, we have to take it out. It's unsafe to drive. Hogwash. You know, it's like canned goods. You get a can of pork and beans, and the expiration date, you know, is like, I don't know, 4 years or something like that. Well, 4.5 years on a can of pork and beans. Oh my God, we can't eat those. They'll kill us. Oh, they won't. You know, it's just. Oh, anyway, what else? What else? Anybody want to talk about here? I notice you're growing a head of hair, and now I'm just lazy and haven't shaved. That'll all come off Saturday morning. Saturday morning, I'll buzz all this off, shave everything, and head out and clean up a little bit. I just been loafing around the house, getting lazy, not shaving him, you know, whatever. So, just getting scruffy. So, let's see. What kind of gas mileage am I expecting? As it sits right now, probably 11 or 12 mile a gallon. Empty, totally empty like that. But by the time you put weight in it and everything, and then tow a Jeep, I figure once it's done, I'll probably get hopefully around 10 mile a gallon. Hopefully around 10 mile a gallon out of the bus. But then by the time you tow the Jeep, it'll probably knock it down to 8.5, 9, something like that is what I'm expecting. I'm not terribly worried about that because, like I said, I don't plan on putting a lot of miles on the bus. The bus goes from point A to point B and sets, okay? And you use the Jeep to go drive around and explore. And 2 weeks later, you pack it all up, you drive a few hundred miles, you park, and then drive around the Jeep. You know, you do all the driving in the Jeep. So, you know, a typical year, I'm expecting maybe about 5,000 miles a year on that bus. Depends on where you go and everything. Of course, you know, a few years from now, I end up, hey, let's go to Alaska. It'll be a lot more miles. But go to Alaska, I want to make sure, you know, I wouldn't go to Alaska in this bus right now because I don't know enough about it. Get halfway up there and the thing break down. But after using it and driving it for a few years and learning what's good and what's, you know, what's strong and what's weak about it and getting those weaknesses fixed, maybe 2 or 3 years from now, 5 years from now, something like that, maybe we'll take a trip to Alaska. I don't know. Or at least up into Canada. But can't go to Canada right now because that stupid Trudeau. Oh, I don't even want to get into that. Don't even want to get into that politics today. But Trudeau's stupid. Yeah. I could go down that rabbit hole right now. I could just start talking about the stupid stuff that goes on in this government right now. But I ain't gonna do it today. I think it's time I think it's about time to get up and get to work. And you don't, yeah, that's another thing. Bam Bam, thank you. Bam Bam. Bam Bam, you got a good head of common sense on you, Bam Bam. I'll give you that. Compared to some of the comments I get on here and emails that I get, I'm like, really? You know, but Bam Bam, seems like every time you make a comment, you're pretty level-headed or common sensed about stuff. Bam Bam made a comment here. He says, just because I've got 190 gallons, or with 3 tanks it'd be 195 gallons of water with 3 tanks, or if I could squeeze that 4th tank in there somehow, if I put 4 tanks, that'd be 260 gallons. That doesn't mean I have to go down the road with all that water. I leave here and go to Arizona. As we head out, just put 50 gallons in. Just enough water to, you know, take care of your needs while you're on the road traveling. Once you get to Arizona, or where you're going to camp, you stop somewhere and you top off the tank before you go into your campsite. Okay, you top off, so you don't have to drive from Texas to Arizona with 260 gallons of water. You can drive from there with just a little bit of water in there just to take care of your needs while you're traveling. But once you get out there, stop somewhere in Phoenix or someplace and top the thing off. Once you top the thing off, then go out to Quartzsite, camp for however long you're going to be there, and you're full of water for the whole time you're camping, sitting still. So Bam Bam, you got a good level head on your shoulders, you know. So, and some people are like, oh, that's way too much. You're going to blow tires out and stuff. Yeah, okay. Not to say a tire can't blow out, but still, it's just, you know, it's a school bus. It can handle weight. That's one of the pluses about a school bus. There's the pluses and negatives about a school bus. The pluses and negatives on a school bus. A school bus is a roll cage, okay? It's a huge roll cage, okay, on wheels, okay? They build them extremely strong because we're carrying our precious little children in them, you know. School buses carry kids to school. So they build them extremely robust, okay? They build them on a truck chassis, okay? So the frame under this is about, I don't know if it's quite as big as the frame on the semi, but it's pretty close, okay? It's a heavy-duty truck chassis, heavy-duty truck axle, heavy-duty truck tires, okay? All that stuff is heavy duty, okay? That's the good things about a school bus. They're built like a tank, okay? The negatives on a school bus is all these windows, okay? Possibilities and that's another thing I gotta do is caulk the rest of these. I haven't done any of that yet. The windows can leak, things like that. The roof very seldom leaks on a school bus because it's a steel roof, okay? People are like, well, like the toilet, somebody asked me, well, are you gonna vent that? Why are you gonna vent that out the side? Why don't you vent it out through the roof? Because it's one more hole in the roof. You know, it doesn't need to go through the roof. You got a forced fan forcing the air out, okay? In your house, you don't have a fan venting your plumbing system. It's just naturally gases want to go up and outdoors, okay? So you vent them up through the roof so it goes up, okay? If you have a fan behind that, you could vent it any direction you want. Well, this composting toilet will have a computer fan. You put a computer fan in there. It's just enough to get a little bit of breeze going one direction, okay? And it sucks the smell out and outside, all right? So why would you put another hole in the roof that would possibly leak? You know, the fewer holes, if you don't have a hole there, it can't leak, okay? So if you put a hole there, guess what? You're gonna have to seal it all up and, you know, it might leak somewhere down the road. The fewer holes you put in the roof, the less chance you have of water access. So that's, you know, it's just little things like that. Yeah, the one thing about putting a vent through the roof is that smell goes up and the breeze blows it. Where'd it go? Oh, I saw a wasp flying around me. you know, the vent goes up and out, you know, kind of away from you and everything, but I don't think that'll be a problem at all. Anyway, so as long as it's on the other side of the bus from where you're going to be sitting, and I don't think they smell that bad, okay? For one, once you do your business, you put cat litter or something on top of it, and it keeps it from, it absorbs the moisture, therefore it dries it out, and it doesn't smell anymore. Oh, what else? Oh, what were some of the other things people were asking about? I don't remember anymore. There's so many different comments have been made over the last few weeks. You know, you're doing this wrong. I'm like, no, not really. Oh, you're doing that wrong. Well, you might have a point there. You know, there's sometimes people have pretty good points, but so many times people don't. They're just, you know, like the tires. You know, oh my God, these tires are, you know, 5 years old. You better take them off of there. Steer tires. I'm concerned about steer tires, but not drive tires. Drive tires, if that tire blows out, the one right beside it's enough to hold it until you limp down the road and put another tire on. Somebody asks, where's the spare tire at? There is no spare tire. Why would you carry a spare tire? Well, so you can change your tire. I can't change the tire on this. You know what it takes to take that wheel off? Big ass impact. Okay, I'm not going to carry that. I don't carry a spare tire in a semi. You know, most semis don't carry a spare tire. If they do, it's because they have a unique size tire that's hard to find. So they carry a spare tire because if a tire blows out, they go into a tire shop. Well, we can't get that tire right now. It'll be 2 weeks before we can order it and get it in. Okay, so if you have an odd shape, this is one of the most common tires on the road right now. It's 11R22.5. Any semi tire shop will have that tire of some type, okay? I can't change it anyway. I'd have to call a tire service to come out and change the tire anyway. So just have them bring the tire or a patch kit, if it's just a nail, whatever. That's one of the things about a large truck is you can't carry your own spares. You can carry your own spares, you can't change them though, okay? Yeah, I know, there's this breaker bar thing and it just, no, you just don't bother with the spare tire on a large rig. Those old boys down in Australia on the outback, they carry their own stuff. Yeah, because they're in the outback. they're out there way out in the middle of nowhere. No matter where I'm at, it's just, hey, Joe's Tire Service, hey, could you come out and fix my tire? Yeah, I'll be there in about 30 minutes. You get the idea. In the outback, you can't call Joe's Tire Service, okay? So they carry their own stuff out there. But that's an extreme, you know, I would imagine maybe they carry their own stuff up in Alaska, you know, for the ice road truckers or something like that. Maybe they carry their own spare tires. I don't know. But I don't plan on going to Prudhoe Bay, okay? I don't plan on doing ice road trucking in a bus. You know, so it's just, yeah. Anyway. But then again, there, like I said, there's those comments I look at sometimes like, what? What are they thinking? You know, or why? No, it's not an issue. But then there's other times somebody will make a comment and I'm like, I never even thought about that. Yeah, that's good to think about. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You know, I better pay attention to that, you know. So yeah, I don't know it all, but I don't know. Well, let's see. I guess it's time. I keep saying it's time to go to work. It's actually pretty nice out here right now. I got a little bit of a breeze coming through. It's only about 78 degrees. I kind of enjoy just sitting here, but no. Y'all want me to get up and go to work, don't you? You want me to do something? Y'all are worse than a wife. Get up and go do something, Stan. All right. Oh, Lordy. Mom, if you're watching this, I'll give you a call later on today. Somewhere when I take a break, I'll give you a shout and see what, I'll talk to her in a few days. See what's going on out there at their hacienda. Oh, who did I talk to the other day? I haven't talked to in quite a while. Who was it? I remember who it was now. Talked to Mark yesterday. Talked to him for a good little while. And he, like I said, he's the one that bought my old truck, my 2015 Kenworth. He's the one that bought my truck, and he's been running. He's got a driver in it, and they've been running California back and forth with it, and that's where he's got all those trucks. He's got he's done he's got the trucks. He started a brokerage company. He started a mobile repair service. And I'm like, really? He says, yeah, well, the trucks come in, and every time I call the shop and say, hey, I need to get such and such done, they're too busy. He says, I know a mechanic. And he says, so what we did is I bought a pickup with like a utility bed on it, I guess. And it's a mobile diesel service. So whenever my trucks come into town, I've got my own private shop that can come out and work on my trucks. And when my trucks aren't in town, there's a phone number, and we get outside business calling up and getting things changed and fixed and whatever. So, I mean, hey, kitty, come here. It's a neighbor's cat. She's hunting that rabbit. I'm hunting rabbits. I locked her in the shop one night. She was in here walking around. I didn't know it. I closed the doors and left. A couple hours later, my neighbor calls up and says, hey, you seen my cat? I'm like, no. I think she might be in your shop. Oh, okay. I'll be out there in the morning. Okay. I opened the door. Cat was like, let me out of here. Well, she's in there somewhere. She's hunting. Oh, she's way down there. There she is. All right, folks. Let's get busy. Let's go do something. Oh, I got to re-tape everything along the top up here. Well, I got to use this blue tape here. I got to get the 2-inch size. This is the 1-inch. I got 2-inch somewhere. It's over there. But take this blue tape and put it along here so it's a nice straight edge. That's the first thing I need to do. And then once I get that up, actually what I'm gonna do first, I gotta get my caulking right here. This is the heavy duty sealant, the Gorilla Glue that I used for putting the window blanks in. Okay, I've got some more, where it's at, right here. Dunlap sealant. It's a dicor lap sealant. Non-leveling. That's non-leveling. Uh-oh. Tell me I don't have any more. Got it somewhere. Anyway, I gotta get up there and put some dicor around the bolts and everything. They're sealed, but I want to double seal. I want to make damn sure. That's the bolts that hold the solar panels, the solar panel racks. I guess I could show you this. Let me get with you just a second. Should bring you up here and show you. Crawl on the ladder here, folks. All right, turn you around. All right, there's my system. As you can see, this right up here, that's the patch that I put on to cover up the escape hatches. The escape hatches are up there. That's the sheet metal, and I've sealed that all up, double sealed it already. And I'm gonna go around. There's a couple places I'm kind of like, I better do a little bit better on there. So there's a couple of places I'm gonna patch a little bit better with that dicor. But here's these U-channel. As you see, this U-channel is shaped like that. See, that's got the curls on each side. What they do is you put nuts inside of them. There's these special nuts that you put on the inside of those, and there's clamping hardware, let's put it that way, okay? So as you can see here on this screw right here, I've got a bolt. It's a carriage bolt coming in from the inside. Carriage bolt comes in, and it's a round hole on the inside, but as you tighten it up, the square part of the carriage bolt, if you know what a carriage bolt is, that square piece wedges inside the circular part of the round hole. So you're putting a square peg in a round hole, therefore it dents and it kind of locks it in, sort of, okay? And then you tighten it up. Now, if it starts to spinning on you, you just put a vice grip on the top of the threads gently so you don't mess the threads up. Hold the bolt and then tighten it up. And once you tighten it up, it starts locking itself in, okay? So these bolts are permanent, and that's right there, that bolt, that's one of the things I want to seal with dicor really, really good, okay? I've already got butyl tape underneath it, underneath that washer. If you can see, there's a washer, a nut, and there's the bolt, and then there's a washer and then a nut, okay? I'm gonna go get bigger nuts that will go around. Once that's all sealed and everything, I'm gonna build these great big washers that will go over that, like 2 washers that will take up the space. So this, as you can see, it's kind of wonky, all right? When I put those bigger washers under there, that will level that out so this will set and it won't rock anymore, okay? And then on the inside, you put a nut on it, a washer and a nut on the inside, and tighten it down, and this becomes solid as a rock, okay? So you put that on there, and then if you can see in the reflection, here's this beam goes out here, it's 10 foot, and then just past it, there's a, right in that seam right here, there's a bolt there, and then up at the, right in there. You can't see it because you can see it on the left side, right here. You can see it on the left side. You can see that bolt sticking up through there. So I'll put a 10-foot section back here and a 10-foot section in the front, or in the middle, I mean, of the bus. And if later on, when I add more solar, I can do the same thing. I can put, drill some holes and put more bolts and everything up on the front, okay? And I can add more solar if I need to, but I'm not doing that until I'm sure I'm gonna put that solar up here or not. All right, the reason I put these up here is because once those are mounted nice and square and flat and don't rock and twist like they are right now, then here's a straight edge. You put that straight edge across here, and that's your solar panel, okay? So your solar panel, that's just a straight edge to simulate or whatever, a solar panel. But as you can see, it touches here, but it doesn't touch in the center, okay? And it gives just enough airflow to flow air underneath the solar panel, keep the panel cooler. That's one of the things that kills a solar panel is when they get too hot, they don't work as well. So you want to keep your solar panel, relatively cool, in comparison. I mean, the hotter they get, the less efficient they are, okay? So anyway, I just brought this straight edge to show you that. But you put solar panels and it'll bridge from here over to here. It'll bridge back and forth across here. Solar panel, I put probably 4 solar panels in this area right here, and then 2 more on the front half, the mounting brackets. So all 6 of the solar panels will be back in the back part of the bus, okay? And then later on, like I said, if I want to add more solar, I can add more to the front of this thing, okay? All right, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna caulk these bolts with lap sealant, just damn sure that they don't leak, okay? I don't think they will as they are, but let's be double damn sure, okay? All right, let's take this back down, and thanks. I'll leave you guys up here. I'm gonna go get me the lap sealant, and I'll be back here shortly, okay? ever tell you I hate ladders? Not much, and I start sweating like a pig. All right. Gonna nail it, seal it up, lay it over there. Riveting in for entertainment, isn't it? So, wipe the sweat off. All right. So there's that. Next, I guess, is tape. There's the rabbit's back. Mr. Rabbit's over there. That's the caulking, and then while that's drying, I'm going to put the tape up there. And then after I get done with the tape, I'm going to start painting with the dicor lap paint, elastomeric paint. Where's that? Oh, that's me sweating right there. That's how much I sweat just from doing that little bit of work. There's not much of a breeze up on top up there, and it's a little bit warmer. Not like it was the other day. Man, the other day it was like a sauna up there. All right, let me see if we got some comments yet. Still hot in the UK, okay. What's that water jug? This is coffee. That is water. So, is that what you're asking? What's that water jug? Get him, North Star. If North Star was a dog, she'd be a pit bull. I know Great Danes and everything, but still, I think she'd be a pit bull. She gets after him pretty good. Something about Stan has worked his whole life trucking. If he feels he can retire or semi-retire, who in the heck is Butch the dog to comment on that? Just another troll, that's it. What Butch the troll say? Or Butch the dog, Butch the dog. Let's see, let's go back, see if we can find out what Butch said. Yeah, oh yeah, Renee's sticking out for me. I don't know, what did Butch say? I hope they didn't delete him, because I'd like to see what he said. Butch the, yeah. Is it hidden? All right, well. Oh, well. I get that a lot from different people, comments and just friends of mine. You can't retire yet, you're too young. What's age got to do with it? What's age got to do with anything with retirement? If you're somebody like, I don't know, if you're some millennial that invented a video game on your phone, like Angry Birds, whoever invented Angry Birds, they're set for the rest of their life, okay? And let's say they did that when they were in college, or 23 years old, just out of college or something, you know, did that when they were 28 or when they were 19, whatever. And now whoever made Angry Birds the video game, you know, on your cell phone. I would imagine that person's set pretty damn good money-wise. Why couldn't they retire at that age? They got plenty of, the idea of retirement is having enough money to last for the rest of your life, okay? I know some people don't look at it that way. Some people look at it, well, you're only, you know, 53 years old, or maybe 58. You're only so many years old. You're supposed to work until you're 65, and the government says you can retire. The government. Yeah, I almost said it, you know. My friend Kirk, he's a millionaire many times over. He's worth a lot, okay? And I don't know, 2 million, 20 million, I don't know, but he's worth a lot. And I keep telling him, why don't you retire? You got more than enough. You could retire and go enjoy. You can go take Hawaiian vacations and, you know, go see the Eiffel Tower and go see the pyramids, you know, do all that kind of, why don't you retire and go do something like that, you know? You got plenty of money, you know? And he goes, I don't want to do that. I want to farm, and I enjoy farming. So he continues to farm, and he'll probably farm in some way up till he dies, okay? There will be a day when he says, all right, I'm old enough now, I think I'll rent my land out and just live off the rent payments from some younger farmer renting my land, and I'll just rent my land out to them, and he'll retire. But I guarantee he'll have a tractor, and he'll have a little combine, he'll have a little bit of acreage over there that he farms himself. He will, you know, it's just, that's, and he's so blessed in that way. Farming is a hobby to him. It's what he enjoys doing, okay? He enjoys doing something like that. So it's a hobby. And isn't it so nice for somebody to be able to make a living doing something they love doing? So many people go out and work their butt off and hate what they do. They hate their job, but they do it because they got to have enough money to pay for a roof over their head, you know, and pay to put food in their mouth, but they hate their job. So isn't it so nice that somebody can do a job that they love doing, they really truly love doing, and they get paid for it too? You know, the money's like an afterthought, you know. So yeah, you know, I really enjoyed trucking the first 20 years. The last 10, I'm getting cynical about it, you know. I'm getting like, okay, I'm just so sick of this stupid stuff, you know. And I've done it for 35, going on 36 years. Next spring will be 36 years of trucking. And I figure that's enough. That's 36 years. 36 times 2, that's 72 years old. 70, if I live to be 72, that means I trucked half of my life, okay? As it is right now, it's 71 years. If I live to be 71 years old, if I quit trucking today and live to be 71, I will have trucked half of my life. I figure that's enough, okay? If I really enjoyed it the way I used to, I would probably still keep doing it, but I'm getting to where I don't enjoy it as much, you know? The only reason I still truck today is just, I can't think of anything else to do that I can make as much money at, you know? I could go work these other jobs, you know, the what do you call them? The nomad community, you know, Quartzsite, the group that I hang out with out there at Quartzsite. They're called nomads. They travel around in their vehicle, whether it's a van or a big motorhome, it doesn't matter. They travel, some people, there's a few people live in Prius, you know, Priusi, you know, but they live in a Prius, and that's what they live in. And they travel around in a Prius, and they love it, you know. And I'm like, a Prius is a little too small for me. But they enjoy it. They chose that life. Now, there's a few people out there that didn't choose it. They do it because they can't afford to do anything else. But there's a lot of people out there at Quartzsite that do it simply because they want to travel. They want to go see this country. They want to go see the world. They want to go to Canada. They want to go to Mexico, whatever, you know. And they can do that, travel around in an RV or a van or whatever kind of rig they set up. And most of the people that I hang around with out there that I know, they have a pension of some type. They've got savings. They put money in the bank over their life. They have money stashed away, and they go out and live in a bus or a car or a van or whatever, and they do it because they want to, because they want to go travel and see the world, see the country at least, and see the North America anyway. They want to go see the country because all their life, that's all they did was to sit in a cubicle all their life and took a vacation. And on that vacation, they hurried up and flew down to Fort Lauderdale to get on a boat, to go on a cruise, to hurry up, get off and go on, and hurry up and get back on the boat, hurry, get back off the boat, get back on the boat, get off the boat, get on the boat. You know, spend all your money at these tourist trap destinations in the Caribbean or the Alaska cruise or wherever, you know, Cancun, wherever, you know. And hurry up on your vacation just so you can hurry up and get back home and go sit in your cubicle again. And I never wanted that kind of a life. You know, trucking gave me that freedom where I didn't have that cubicle life. In a way, I guess I do have a cubicle. Sitting in the driver's seat and the steering wheel, that is a cubicle, I suppose. But I've got a window that I can see out of, you know. So that's what I enjoyed about trucking. What I don't enjoy about trucking nowadays is just the regulations, it's just, oh, we're going to put electric logbooks in, and that'll stop all the wrecks. All these truck drivers are, you know, getting tired at night and falling asleep and crashing and killing them. So they got just as many people dying, crashing, and killing as they ever did, if not more, because of the terrible training process they put these people through, or don't put people through. They don't train them worth a damn. They put them out there in this huge ass truck, and they don't know what they're doing, and they run off the road and kill themselves or kill somebody else. You know, so, you know, the government. What is it Reagan once said? The I don't know however many 12 words you never ever want to hear. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. 9 words. The 9 words you never want to hear. I'm here from the government and I'm here to help. Ooh. So yeah, it's like the more the government gets involved with this shit, the more screwed up it gets. You know, I wish they would just I don't know. But yeah, if I want to retire at 58, I'm going to retire at 58. If I want to keep working until I'm 72, you know, that's my choice. Okay. I look at my situation. I look at how I want to live and how I want to, you know, I want to live this way. Well, if I want to live that way, I'm going to need about $20 million because I'm going to need that much money to live that lifestyle. If I want to live this lifestyle, I only need about $20,000. Okay, 20 million or 20,000. It depends on how you want to live. You know, now granted, yeah, I wish I would hit the lottery and I had $20 million sitting in the bank. I'd go out and enjoy life. But the thing is, if you get $20 million, you'd say, man, I would really live this other lifestyle, but if I only had 40 million, you know, where does it stop? You know, where, you know, one person measures wealth by a dollar sign. Another person measures wealth by health, you know, how healthy they are. Another person measures wealth by how happy they are, you know. And I don't know, I think I'm at that point where I'm financially enough. I can't live like a king, but I think I could live okay and be satisfied and go do something different. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to retire from work. I'll probably still work doing something. YouTube is a job if you think about it. This other job that I'm going to go do, if it works the way I'm hoping it will, I'll never drive a semi again. I'll park the trucks and I'll just do this stuff here for a couple, 3 months out of the year, make enough money to live throughout the rest of the year, and I'll be satisfied, happy, you know. So I don't know. So yeah, people get hung up on, well, you're too young to retire. Age has nothing to do with retiring. Nothing. Retirement has to do with if you have enough money to pay your own way, you're not on the government dole, you know, you're not out there getting money from welfare or something like that, you know, food stamps or whatever. Don't get me wrong, there's a place for welfare. My opinion, welfare should not come from the government. Welfare should come from like churches or something like that. You know, if you're down and out and you can't survive or whatever, go to your local church and get help that way. Okay, I don't think the government should be involved. It's not their business. It shouldn't be their business to take care of people. Okay, the government should run a military and basic services like your sewer and your water and roads, things like that. And that's about it, you know. Otherwise, so much of what the government does, they stick their nose in where it don't belong. Just opinion, you know. So, limited government, very limited government. If you think about it, 200 years ago, we had people leaving the East Coast and working their way across the country in prairie schooners, or 150 years ago, whatever it was. Yeah, 200 years ago, something like that. Anyway, and people were migrating across the country, and they didn't use a lot of government help. There was no welfare. There was no, you know, universal health care. None of that stuff, you know. And people survived, and people got along. And yeah, sure, somebody got sick and died a little prematurely, but who says? Who says they died prematurely? Government? Well, he was only 38 years old. He should, you know, he's too young to die. We should have had some kind of government health care to keep him alive. You ever think maybe that's when God needed that guy? He says, okay, your job on earth is done, and I'm going to take you upstairs. You know, don't second guess God. So, anyway, I'm gotten into preaching there. I'm sorry. Well, enough of that. I'm gonna go put the tape on now. So I'm gonna go watch me put the tape on. And I'm making the video a little bit long here, I guess, simply because I haven't done videos for a few days. So I thought, well, I'll give you a good long video to watch. Let me get the tape, move the ladder back around. I'll put you guys right there so you can watch, okay? Like I said, it doesn't take much to get me sweating, does it? Need my tape. It doesn't take much. It's still hot out here, even though it's not 100. It's still hot, very humid today. It just goes to show folks how out of shape I am. Oh, y'all way too tall. Just goes to show how out of shape I am. It doesn't take much in this heat. And it's about 82 now. Got a little itch back here. little dry itch back here in the back of my throat, trying to cough it out. Well, it's amazing how 2 hours goes just like that. 112 minutes. So let's do another 7.5 minutes, get the 2 hours even, and we'll call it good for the day. It just hate the heat. I absolutely hate the heat. When I first came to Texas back as a teenager, right out of high school, I joined the military and they sent me to Fort Hood. And I got down here. Oh man, that heat was oppressive compared to what I was used to. I mean, it'd get up to 100 in Kansas once in a while, but there's something different about the Texas heat. It was more, longer, longer lasting, more days above 100. But I was 19 years old. Actually, I was 18 when I come to Texas. I was 18. And when you're 18, the heat doesn't bother you near as bad. But as you get older and fatter and out of shaper, more out of shape you get, it's just the heat kills me nowadays. And I'm so sick of it. And I love Texas. Don't get me wrong. I just love Texas. So I think I'm gonna make Texas a winter home. But summer, I'm out of here. That's what this bus is all about. Getting me the hell out of here during the summer. So. There's about 6, 7, maybe even 8 months that Texas is nice. But the summer from about July, late June, mid-June, July, August, September, it just kills me. Hate it. Well, anybody want to talk about anything? Texas gonna start reading out. I'll just messing with him. Okay, I'll have to go back and read the. Yeah, it's only 1 minute. So I used to put on 2 minute slow mo, but I just did 1 minute. See how that works. What? All by design. God's in control, but that doesn't mean we get to live in a successful country without the cross. He will bless when his time comes. There you go. Yeah, I hate slow mo. Well, the only reason I do slow mode is so the moderators can keep up. Otherwise, you got 200 and what we got? We got 240 people, 240 people commenting, and everybody does 5 comments in a minute. Yeah, that's 1,000 comments every minute. It's hard, really hard to keep up. So I slow it down to make it easier for them to be able to read the comments, for you to be able to give more thoughtful comments rather than just yay, whatever. If you only get a comment once every 2 minutes, maybe you'll take time and actually make a logical comment. You know what I mean? You'll think it through a little bit more. That's kind of the hope on that. But also just to slow it down so the moderators have time to read it. Otherwise the chat just scrolls so fast they can't keep up. And this is on a small channel. Can you imagine a really big channel with the chat? I would imagine the really big channels don't even turn chat on. And just so you know, all these chats, I missed most of them because I'm talking and doing stuff. I missed. Just in case, I don't catch a comment on the chats here. If you want to leave a comment, I read all the comments because there's not as many of those. And throughout the day or every day or a couple days, I'll go in and I'll go into the comment section and I'll read the chats, not only on this video, but all videos. I mean, I get comments on videos that I did 2 or 3 years ago, and I read them. Now, I don't comment, I don't reply to all of them, of course, but I read them, and you can tell I read it if there's a little heart is clicked on. If I click on the heart, it doesn't mean I agree or disagree or anything like that. It just means that I read it, okay? But if you, for some reason, you're trying to get through on this chat, and I'm, just about the time it pops up, I'll look this way, and you don't see, I don't see you. I don't see your comment. You're like, oh, he missed my chat again. Oh, he missed my chat. Send me a comment in the comment section, okay? Because I do read all of those. Some of them, there's some, the algorithm has them shut down to where some comments don't come through to me because I have them blocked because of words. I've got a list of inappropriate words. If you need to use those kind of words, you're probably not going to get through on the chat. Okay, so keep it clean and you'll come through. But I get there's a whole section over there that I really don't check very often. I go in there. I don't even think about it. One day I'm like, oh, hey, I ought to go check that out. And 6 months later, and I'll check and I'll see some comment that was made, but there's some word in there. Your George Carlin 7 words by the FCC. There's some word in there that gets blocked off and held for review, I think it's called. And so I don't read those. If you can't keep the language clean, and there's other words in there too that will cause it to go over there too, but not many. Most of it's just the curse words. So if you feel that you have to curse, and I know I have a poopy word come out every now and again too. That's in the heat of the moment kind of thing, like F the government. But when you type, you don't have to put those words in there. But anyway, what I'm saying is the algorithm will catch those and set them off to the side, held for review, and I don't hardly ever check those. So as long as you keep it pretty clean and whatnot, the comments come through on the comment section of the regular video, not the chat. This is chat. What you see here, what I see on my screen here, what you're seeing off to the side of your screen or whatever, that's chat. Okay. Once the video's over with and you watch the video, you can go into comment section and comment on something. Okay, and I read every one of those. Okay, and I don't reply to very many of them simply because there's so many of them. I'd spend all day commenting on them, and I'm not very good at typing. I henpeck. Chicken peck the keys. Click, click, click. I'm not a very good typer, and a typist. So But if there's a specific question or something like that you want to ask, send it in the comments or even an email, okay? So, good enough? All right, we hit the two-hour mark. All right, I think I'm gonna shut this down for now. I guess I'm gonna get the paint out and try doing that. That's one of the things I really wanted to get done today, is get that paint painted and done and on there so that it dries while I'm gone. Because I don't know how long. It might dry in 24 hours. It might take 3 weeks to dry. I don't know. It might dry to the touch, but then still be pliable, soft, or whatever, you know. So I want to be able to paint it one time, get up there and done, and or better yet, paint it one time. If I need a second coat when I come back, I'm ready to put that second coat on. Something like that. But I'm hoping this stuff is real thick, almost like a cake icing or something, you know, so real, not paint, but like 2 or 3 times thicker than normal paint. So when it goes on real thick, almost like a coating, like a bed liner coating, something like that is what I'm hoping it goes on as. So we'll see. So with that, I guess we got a bee over here. That's not a wasp. I don't know what that is. Sweat bee, maybe? No, it's just a regular honeybee. I got a regular honeybee. I don't know. Out by the road, there's ground bees. They nest underground. And I was out mowing one time and stirred up a whole bunch of them. Oh shit! And none of them stung me. And I kind of wonder if they're stingless bees. I don't know. Maybe somebody in Texas. Now this is not in Nebraska or Maine. This is in Texas. A ground dwelling bee in Texas. Could they be stingless bees? Don't know, but they've been out there for years. So I don't mow there very often. I notice the cows don't like to graze there very much. So there's a little area about 10 foot square, or 10 foot in radius. The grass is a little thicker there than everywhere else. So. Woo. You know, it's not bad when you're sitting still, you know, and you cool off and you just sit here. You can handle it out here. But once you get up and moving around, wallering that ladder, you know, going up and down that ladder, wallering around and everything, it just gets me. I mean, if it was just 10 degrees cooler, it'd be all the difference. But like I said, it's about 80, about 81, 82 right now, and pretty humid, pretty sticky. That's why we're going to get the rain this afternoon, I think. You see off in the distance. See all those clouds? Those weren't there about an hour ago, 2 hours ago. Those clouds weren't there. They've been moving in from the west. So I would imagine I'll go outside and look off that way. I imagine there'd be darker clouds that way. They're supposed to be here. It's supposed to be in Fort Worth by about 11 or 12, somewhere around there. So they'll probably be down here in another hour or two, something like that. Hopefully, I hope it comes through and gives it a good watering, because this grass really could use a good drink. It got a little drink last night. It got a little drink about 4 or 5 days ago. There was a rain shower came through, but the thing is, it didn't rain out here. It rained in town. It didn't rain out here at all, not one drop. But last night, they got some rain out here, because they can see the grass and the dirt and everything's a little bit moist and muddy still. So that's good. We sure use some more. And it's funny how we don't hardly get any rain here, but other places, where was it? Quartzsite got a big monsoon here last week and got all washed out. Where was it I saw? Up in Utah, up there on 191, up there between Monticello and Moab, the highway all washed out because a huge monsoon came through there. And when it rains out there, it doesn't soak in because it's all rocks for the most part. So it hits and it runs off. So you get these flash floods. And this flash flood came down and went alongside the road in the ditch and washed out a whole lane of traffic. I think it was the northbound lane completely gone, and the southbound lane, you're driving along, you're worried that it's gonna cave in because it was washed out that bad. Where else was it? Up in Kentucky, I think, got a bunch of rain here last week or two, but a bunch of flooding. Where was that? Kentucky, I think it was. So, but yeah, it's funny how one part of the country gets too much rain and another part doesn't get any. So that tells me that cloud seeding doesn't work. I mean, yeah, sure, they can go up in that cloud and they can seed it and get it to rain, but widespread and controlling that rain, I don't think they can do it. They can do it on a very small scale, but I don't think they can do it on a large scale. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I don't. So, I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, when I get off here, look at cloud seeding. Cloud seeding. They spray this chemical in the air, and it's little particles of aluminum or something. I can't remember. But anyway, what it does, it gives the molecules that are in the cloud, the water molecules in the cloud, it gives them something to attach to, so they get heavier and heavier and become rain and fall. Okay. So, but yeah, if that worked, they would do it all the time, and there wouldn't be droughts in farmland anymore. You know, Kirk wouldn't have lost his crops this year. He lost all his crops. His corn is completely gone, and he put a bunch of corn in this year, and it's all gone. He didn't put any soybeans in, but soybeans would be gone too. They need a lot of water. He had wheat. He had an average wheat crop. Nothing to brag about. It was okay. Made profit, but nothing to brag about. And then they got a little bit of rain last week or something like that, week and a half, 2 weeks ago. They got a little bit of rain. It was enough to keep the milo crop alive, but he says we need more to it to actually do anything. We need a lot more. So, and I don't know if they've got any more. I don't know. I know Kirk hasn't been doing much farming because the crops have failed and all that. So he's been out trucking, trying to make a few bucks trucking to pay some bills. So he's been out doing that. And last time I talked to him, he came here through Texas last week. And last I talked to him, he was up in Colorado Springs, I think. Yeah. And he was going in to deliver. And he was mad because they held him like 5 hours to unload. And all it is go in, open your belly, and dump it. But they made him wait for like 5 hours. And he was pretty mad about that. He told the broker, he says, if that's the kind of loads you have, I don't want them anymore. We're not coming back to this place ever again. So he was pretty upset with that. I can understand. You can understand on a thing when there's 30 trucks and you're 31st in line. You can understand it's going to take a while. But when you show up and you're the only one there, and they just don't unload you because, well, we're busy taking our 30-minute break. OSHA says we have a 15-minute break, so they go on these breaks, and I don't know. And the one guy, I only need one guy to go over there and take a sample, look at it, okay, yeah, flip a switch, make it go into that bin, and then Kirk unloads. Simple as that. It's just flip, and 20 minutes later, completely unloaded and done. And made him wait for 4 or 5 hours. He was pretty upset about that. Not so much that he had to wait for 4 or 5 hours, but because they made him wait 4 or 5 hours. By the time he left there, he couldn't make his next load to pick up. He had to wait till the next morning to pick up. So it just stalls him and delayed him, and now he's behind. He's running behind for the rest of the week. So anyway. Well, my pipe's almost gone, so I'm going to let you go. Y'all be good, take care, and I want to finish this pipe, and then I'm going to jump up on the roof and start painting. And y'all be good, and we'll see you. Good chance we'll see you Saturday. Won't see you tomorrow. I ain't coming back. It's going to be hotter than hell tomorrow again. Another 100-degree day. And then Saturday's supposed to be 100, 102, something like that. So, and I don't know the route I'm taking. More than likely, I'll be going up through Oklahoma, Joplin up 44 through St. Louis, going that route. More than likely, but I don't know. but I'm gonna go up to Milwaukee, be up there Monday morning bright and early. I might do a live stream on Monday if I have time. You know, I don't want to do it while I'm talking with them because they don't know anything about the YouTube stuff, and they're trying to teach me something. They don't want me hanging around with the camera right there, you know. And a lot of people don't want to be on camera, you know, especially when they're working or something like that, you know. So, I don't know. Maybe Monday. I'll maybe have a video Saturday sometime while I'm driving, just driving, talking, chewing the fat. And then on Monday, I get up there and find out what I'm doing, and then we take a break, and I'm not doing anything for the rest of the day or something. I'll maybe do a stream on Monday afternoon, something. I don't know. And then once I get in the truck, whatever it is, I'm hoping it's just a dually pickup, but I don't know. Once I get into whatever vehicle they're going to put me in, and I get on my way, I'll do another update video and tell you what I'm doing, because I'll know a lot more. But I'll be up there Monday, and they'll explain all the stuff that they want me to do, and I'll have a much better idea what I'm doing, my schedule, my itinerary, all the whole 9 yards, and I'll be able to catch you up on all that stuff. So, all right, y'all be good, and Yep. Matt just sent me a message, said no cameras allowed in their warehouse. So, and then that call an hour ago, the phone rang. That was my friend Dwayne in Florida, truck driver Dwayne. So I'm gonna give him a call back, see what he's up to. So with that, y'all be good, take care. We'll see you in a couple days. So adios.